Thank you so very, very much, and thank you for coming to the concert today. Is it a beautiful day in Pittsburgh, Kansas, or what? It's just gorgeous out there, and we appreciate you taking this warm day to come and listen to a concert. As is the tradition with this concert, the first half will be a traditional band concert. We'll play 4 pieces, and then we'll do a very quick stage change and do the holiday music, and then afterwards have warm cider and cookies and a Christmas carol sing-along out in the lobby. So we hope that you'll enjoy the day. The first piece, Katya, which means chase, which I think the music depicts that pretty well. So we're going to go to the other side of the tempo spectrum now to a piece called Sunrise at Angel's Gate, written by Philip Spark, who is a very popular European composer, but also writes quite a bit of music that's played here in the United States. A reminiscence, a reflection of his trip to the Angel's Gate rock formation in Arizona. Starts off very slow and transparent, and then when the brasses come in, you can certainly hear the sunrise come up. Goes into a little fast section that is to represent the tour buses showing up at this particular tourist spot, kind of all the activity of the tourists flittering about throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, the sunset comes back down, and there's a chime, a very strong chime part at the end, a repetitive part that kind of depicts that even though the sun has come down, that the strength and the prowess of that rock formation is still in place. So we hope you'll now enjoy Philip Spark's Sunrise at Angel's Gate. once again, we're going to shift to another very distinctive sound opposite of what you just heard. Our next piece, Postcard, is written by Frank DeKelly, who at the time was on the composition staff at the University of Michigan, a very well-known band composer today. He wrote the piece for the director of band's family at the University of Michigan at that time, H. Robert Reynolds. The piece has two what I think very neat pieces to it. The first is that it is a musical palindrome. And the reason for that is because all three of the children in the Reynolds family's names were palindromes. H. Robert Reynolds, his is Hera, and he had a sister named Hannah and another sister named Anna. So this musical palindrome at the beginning of the piece is stated 3 times to represent each of the 3 children. I think it's a very cool musical tidbit about the piece. And a little bit later, and that develops itself for a little while, and a little bit later in the piece you're going to hear a shift of meter. And this time it's a tribute to his mother, Ethel. So DeKelly used the musical representations for that, E, meaning the note E, T, which is B natural, the leading tone in a major scale, H, which is B flat in German, E, this time E flat, and then La, L, which is A in the musical language. So the theme goes E, B natural, B flat, E flat, A. So it sounds a little random, but it has meaning that it's dedicated to H. Robert Reynolds' mother. So this is Postcard. It's probably not a piece you'll be whistling on the way out. It's a little disjunct. It's been a great challenge for the students to prepare, so I hope you'll respect that aspect of it. So here is Frank DeKelly's Postcard. piece on the first half is a four-movement work entitled Southern Harmony by Donald Grantham, who is on the composition staff at the University of Texas at Austin. And what Grantham did on this one is he took four tunes from a very, very old songbook, pre-Civil War, that had folk tunes and songs and hymns, and he chose four of those to set in a contemporary wind band setting. Now what we need to understand is this particular songbook sold 600,000 copies before the Civil War. So you think about the population of the United States, that's how popular this particular songbook was. So a contemporary setting of very old songs. After this piece, we will take just a very brief moment to bring the stage up, bring the string players out, and continue. Before we play the last piece, we have three students who are playing their final concert as members of the Pittsburgh State University Wind Ensemble Dec, because they will be student teaching in the spring. And I always like to recognize those students. So Natalie Carroll is a horn player from Marshfield, Missouri, and she will be student teaching, so Natalie, please stand. Josiah Hashman is a trombone player from Pittsburgh High School. And Josh Donaldson, a French horn player from Girard, Kansas, and all these students are students.